Good morning, children. Today we are going to do the first chapter of civics, that is now known as social and political life, that is your understanding diversity. Before understanding diversity, let me tell you about the book that is written social. Social means related to society. See, children, man is a social animal. He can't live all alone. He wants groups to be with them where he can live. And political life is related when in a society there are some norms, there are some rules and regulation which a person has to follow, and if he don't follow, he is punished. So all this all together, when we study about all these things, then it becomes social and political life of a person. Now let's go to the chapter. In this chapter, we will understand about diversity. And what is diversity? Diversity, why India is called the land of diversity. So diversity is different things are here. India is a large country, different parts of the country have different customs. More than 1600 of languages are there, different dresses are there, different food habits are there. And in India only, in Hinduism, there are 33 million gods which are to be worshipped. Everybody says that our God is superior. Islam is there, Buddhism is there, Sikhism is there, Jainism is there, Christianity is there, and Zoroastrianism is there. So there are different things which the people follow. They all belong to different regional, cultural, or religious backgrounds. So all these differences enrich our lives in many ways. So sometimes these diversity make India so interesting and so diverse that we love to know about them. Okay, when you say in a class, do you think that all are similar to each other? You must be finding some people different. As in the chapter, the story of two friends are there. One of the two children of same age, they are telling about them that one was selling the newspaper and he didn't know how to speak English, and there was the other child who know how to speak English. Children, do you know that from where this English has come? Because it's not our language. English has come from the Britishers. We have acquired it from the Britishers. Because when Britishers have come to India, we acquired this language from them and start speaking. So here these are some differences which make everyone, whether it is in the aspect of language, whether it is in the aspect of festivals, or in the religion, or in the region close. So we are different to all these things. So this thus our India becomes a diverse country. Here also in your video, I have given you the map in which different languages are there. I have given you the uh, different food habits are there, different religions are there, different dresses are there. So in the next slide, it's written how do we explain diversity. Diversity कैसे explain की जा सकती है? When people travel from one part of the world to another, they used to travel in the ships, horses, or camels, or on foot in ancient times. Like in ships, they can travel in camels, the elephants, okay, boats are there. So, what they do, when the people move from one place to another, they adjust there in the new place. By how they adjusted over there? By acquiring the culture of the new place. Okay, what is culture? Culture is the way of living. Culture is the way of living. It can be related to ideas also, it can be related to views also, languages also, dresses, everything comes under it. It can be art also. Okay, then music also, dance also, all the things that we acquire from in the new place, that becomes a culture. So nowadays it is very easy for us to move from one place to another because we have got so many buses, airplanes, trains, etc. But earlier it was not that easy. It took take it used to take many months to move from one place to another. Okay. Okay, why the people they need to move, or why at present also we need to move? We need to move to search new lands, new places to settle, okay? Or we want to trade with other people, or maybe somewhere famines had happened, or maybe drought is there, okay? We cannot get enough things to eat. Then in search of work, or maybe because of war, because when there is some war, people of one country move to another country to help the countries, okay? So they start settling there, okay? So when they move from one place to another, they stay there, and some used to live in their old ways and few change a little, okay? When they change a little, there is a mixture of their own things and others things also, okay? Mixture of their language, mixture of their food, music, religion, everything, okay? So similarly, diversity also comes about when people adapt their lives to the geographical area in which they live. See, every area has their own geography. Like example we can give, like sea is quite different. The people who are living near the sea, they are quite different from the mountain areas. Okay. So not only people have different clothing and eating habits, but even the kinds of work they do is different. Okay. Then uh, in cities, it is often easy to forget how closely people lives are tied to the physical surroundings. This is because in the city, people seldom grow their own vegetables and grain. ठीक है, वहाँ पे तो अपने सिटीज़ में तो लोग अपने वेजिटेबल्स नहीं उगाते ना. सो दे किसके ऊपर डिपेंड करते हैं? दे डिपेंड अपॉन द मार्केट टू बाय द फूड एंड अदर गुड्स दे नीड. So for this thing, how geographical conditions affect, yeah, influence the diversity of region, we can take the example of different places of India, that is Ladakh and Kerala. Okay, Ladakh, you can see from the map only, it is in the northeastern part. Here it is, northeastern part of India. So earlier Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh was one state, okay, but now they have turned to union territory. You all must be knowing it. Okay, here is the Jammu and Kashmir, and here is the Ladakh. These two union territories are there. And the other place we will be talking about, Kerala. Kerala is in the southwestern part of India. Okay, when you will talk about peninsula, southern part of India is the Kerala. On one side sea is there in the Kerala, and here hills are there, or you can say it western ghats are there. So we'll discuss about Kerala in the next slide. Let us talk about Ladakh first. This is the route. This red dotted part is given because Ladakh is somewhere here in the map. Here Ladakh is somewhere here in the map, and this red dotted part is the red lines you are seeing. These are the routes, trade routes, in which from which on this trade routes European people come to China and Tibet for trade, and they had to pass through the Ladakh. So Ladakh, you can say many it's a trading place that has been for European people, so as they has to pass through it. And another we'll talk about, Kerala is here, that we will talk about. Here you can say it is. And we'll also talk about Vasco da Gama, who has traveled Kerala. Okay, this red portion is there. He has come. European. He is Portugal. Vasco da Gama was a Portuguese. He has come from Europe, and he left over here in Calicut. Here is the Calicut. Okay. Then let's talk about the Ladakh first. So its location it's a union territory and is a cold desert. But a desert is also two kinds. Actually, desert is where the rainfall is very less. Okay, and it's a cold desert. Hot deserts are also there, like Rajasthan. Your Thar desert is there, and Ladakh is cold desert. It is in the east of Jammu and Kashmir. Climate is very cold out here because it is maximum part of the year it is covered with snow. Okay, less rainfall is there, so less agriculture is there, and few trees are grown here. Okay, drinking water is available to people when they have to wait for summers when snow melts. Occupation is sheep rearing for pashmina wool, and this pashmina wool is sold to Kashmiris traders who in return they make form the pashmina shawls which are very expensive. Food, because there is less of agriculture, they eat meat and milk products, and for this they have to domesticate animals like goats, cows, does or yak cows. Okay, yak, you know, you have seen a yak. It's like a buffalo, but has very hairs are grown very much. Then trade they used to do of obviously of this thing pashmina wool only, and along with that they nowadays they used to do of textiles and spices also, carpets also. So traders were attracted towards them, and the traders used to move in caravans because the red portion I have shown you in the map is that dotted part, that is a route they used to travel in a caravan, and they traveled to the Tibet. Okay, because it had many passes through which caravans traveled, what is today called Tibet. Tibet mein jab jate the they have to pass through the Ladakh. Okay, the next is festival. Hamis is the most popular festival out here. Religion is Buddhism. It has reached Tibet through Ladakh only because Buddhism first began in India only by Buddha, Lord Buddha. So that is why it is also known as Little Tibet. Okay, Ladakh is also known as Little Tibet. And Islam is also there because more than 400 years ago it was introduced here, and Muslim population is quite significant here. Culture of Ladakh has got rich oral tradition of songs and poems. Okay, as well as local versions, मीन जो local लोकगीत जो गाते थे Tibetan national epic केसर सागा में से, both Muslim and Buddhist they used to perform and sing. उसको गाते थे और उनको परफॉर्मिंग भी करते थे, उसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ डांस वगैरह भी साथ में करते थे थ्रू द नेशनल एपिक केसर सागा को बोलते हुए. देन आई हैव गिवन यू द पिक्चर ऑफ लद्दाख, आई हैव गिवन यू पिक्चर ऑफ शीप्स, आई हैव गिवन यू द पिक्चर ऑफ शॉल्स. ओके, pashmina shawls, and this is the picture of hamis. Okay, folk dance, that is monastic dance. Okay, that is done in the Ladakh. Okay, the next is let's read about Kerala. I've shown you on the map also. You can move for clearer information again to the map. You can move if you have not understood. Then location, I've told you it is southwest corner of India, and it is surrounded by Arabian Sea on the west and Western Ghats on the east. Climate is pleasant at high ranges, as high ranges are cool, while plains जो हैं वहाँ पे केरला में they have hot and humid climate, and rainfall होती है during monsoon season. Okay, occupation is agriculture and fishing. Agriculture में what they do is spices like pepper, cloves, cardamoms ये grow करते हैं. ठीक है, that is why the Arab and Jewish traders they were attracted towards it. Then fishing में what important thing here in fishing, जो fishing nets they are using Keralites, that is the net that is related to exactly the same as the Chinese use the net, that is known as China wala. और जो utensils they use that is for frying, that is also known as China chati. So it is believe, ये believe किया जाता है जो चीन word है, CHEEN चीन word है, that has come from the China. Okay, then I have given you few pictures of Kerala, how the Kerala is. It is climate के बारे में, उसकी जो fishes की करते हैं, और दे ओनम फेस्टिवल के बारे में. कथकली डांस है ओनम फेस्टिवल पे किया जाता है, एंड बोट रेसिंग है वहाँ पे. एंड देन दे ऑन द बनाना लीव दे यूज टू ईट idli dosa also. Okay, which we'll do in the next slide. And here is the net also. So let's move to the next slide where you will come to know about feed, that is of sambar dosa idli, and they eat fish and rice. Trade, it's obvious that spices are more there, so trade of spices is there. Muslin and precious stones were also there. Cotton was also sold, and during medieval times, and in return they used to get the liquor, जिसको शराब बोलते थे, liquor मिलती थी उनको, and as well as they get the what we get said, Roman coins. Then is festival. Onam is the harvest festival. We have seen the picture in there. Religion. So because different people have joined here in the Kerala, so they practice Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism. They all these religions are there, and culture is also mixture of both Indian and Dravidian culture. Dravidian culture is the word given to the culture that is of southern India, and simple India, that means they are talking about northern India. So this is the culture they're following. Then after this we'll talk about how the how different religion has come here. Let's talk about the religion first. Like Christianity is there. Christianity, when Saint Thomas, during the time of Christ, when he has come to India to propagate the Christianity near about 2000 years ago, and Muslims had very respectable, it is known as very highly respectable community. With this we have come to know from the travelogues of Ibn Battuta. Okay, he was an Arab trader. So Ibn Battuta has wrote about them in his travelogue. Travelogue means it's a place, it's a book in which all the things are noted by the people who travel in who has traveled in India, who had traveled. Okay, then we have talked about Vasco da Gama. I have told you the route of Calicut. He has reached the Calicut. He was a Portuguese. Okay, so different Hinduism to already was there in India only. Okay, so many religions were there in Christian in Kerala. Christianity also, Hinduism also, Buddhism. Then let's move to the next slide. Similarities के बारे में. In this we'll discuss that चाहे geographical features different है. See, Kerala is has got hot and humid climate, and Ladakh is cold climate. So इनकी geographical features they have different, but again their culture is their culture, as well as how they have influenced Arab traders, how they have brought similarities in culture, that we are going to know about it. Means in spite of the geographical features, different geographical features, their cultural influences seen in there, that is similar. Okay, then like in spite of Kerala's, they had done the trades of this thing spices, and in Ladakh they have done the trade of wool, by which Chinese and Arab traders both have come to these places. So this is a similarity in between them. Now, and then let's talk about the unity in diversity. See, there are so many diverse things in India here. Still, the people are always united. This we have come to know about from the history of freedom movement. Okay, which has told us that despite of diverse culture and backgrounds, okay, they all the people from different regions, they came together and fight against a foreign ruler, that is the Britishers. See, children, Britishers when came to India, that was India was not a one country. It was divided into princely states. So first of all, the Britishers, they have came to Bengal. Okay, when they see that they have people from the different regional backgrounds, they are living there, their religion is different, region is different. Okay, their habits are different, food habits are there different. So they try to take the advantage of this, because they somewhere when the people start fighting with each other, so they took the advantage of this and ruled over us. But for making us free, this was the Britishers, this was for making us free from the Britishers, this was the Gandhiji only who tried to unite us all. ठीक है, and Britishers did all the possible ways to divide us and crush us through massacres like Jallianwala Bagh. Jallianwala Bagh is the place. I've given you the picture of Jallianwala Bagh here. Okay, and how they behaved in with the Indians. They used to hang the many freedom fighters were hanged here and they put to jails. Even then, people were able to throw them out of the country. Then um, men and women, Hindus, Sikhs, and Muslim, whether they were rich or whether they were poor, they all gathered to protest them against the Britishers. And many songs were composed and sung in the honor of memory of those brave people, those who were put to death by the Britishers. And so, children, let me tell you that there was a book that was written by Jawaharlal Nehru. In his book, The Discovery of India, he told that unity is not something imposed from the outside, but rather it was something deeper and within its fold. The widest tolerance of belief and custom was practiced, and every variety acknowledged and even encouraged. So he gave the phrase unity in diversity to describe our country. This means that जो हमारी यूनिटी थी, इंडियन यूनिटी, वो हमारे ऊपर ज़बरदस्ती थोपी नहीं गई थी बाहर से, वो हमारे अंदर से फीलिंग आती थी. हम एक दूसरे के जो वेराइटीज़ थी, डिफरेंट थिंग्स थी जो हम फॉलो कर रहे थे, बिलीफ्स को या कस्टम्स को, वो सब ने उनको एक्सेप्ट किया था एक दूसरे का, एंड दे रिस्पेक्टेड ईच अदर. सो वी वर एबल टू join, we were able to unite and throw out the Britishers out of the country. And children, one more thing I want to tell you, the national anthem was composed by Rabindranath Tagore, okay, which is also the another expression of the unity of India, okay. So if you read about the, if you think see the things about the national anthem, you will come to know about it very, that how the people were united here. Okay, now this is the end to the chapter. Thank you. Stay home and stay safe.